You look like a Sherpa. You look like you just got off bringing billionaires up to the Mount
I know.
Everest.
Actually, did you guys see 14 Peaks?
What's 14 Peaks?
Oh my gosh, it's a documentary.
Where's that on?
On Netflix. No, is it Netflix? I don't know. It's
There's so
one
many
of the
streaming
it's
services,
one
who
of the
cares?
streaming services that's out there, but it's absolutely amazing. It's a guy from Nepal who goes and climbs the 14 biggest peaks.
Oh, it's the one dude.
Yes.
Yeah.
With all the Nepali climbers in the takes a group of Nepali climbers and climbs the 14 biggest peaks in under 6 months.
What? Isn't it like 6 months just to get ready for Everest?
It's unbelievable. If you haven't seen it, just
how's it look?
Do I have to be into mountain climbing to watch it?
No, not at all.
But all these guys
it's flooring. Like, it's unbelievable what this group of climbers accomplishes. It's crazy.
Do you ever watch stuff on like Everest and shit?
No, I feel like Zac Efron has some.
Oh my god!
Yes.
It's Zac Efron has some
And-
sort of documentary where he like goes to different countries.
Yep.
That I saw a couple episodes.
Well,
on.
why wouldn't you?
Yeah.
Really, true.
Well,
It's
Zac
just-
Efron and like looking at different
that
countries.
Dude, he's just traveling the world looking at chicks. That's
Nope.
like all he's doing.
No.
he gets gritty, man.
No.
He's like Bear Grylls ishy.
He eats
I haven't watched it.
random
I'm not,
food.
you know.
He
Yeah,
goes,
he's
he travels.
totally.
He's environmentally conscious.
Zac Efron?
And he's like
Yes.
super sexy because normally Zac Efron's like High School Musical.
Yeah.
And now here's like the surreal version of
He's
him
a
that's
man.
like super
He's
gritty.
like Rip over here. And he's manly. And yeah,
What
he's
the
totally.
hell?
And he's like so open-minded. It's
Yeah.
that makes him attractive in this.
Well, so he's kind of unexpected in his behavior then.
From if you know him from before, yes.
Yes.
But once you know him in this environment, you're just like, oh, okay, here's this like kind of hot, gritty man.
Exactly.
Yeah, just like
you know what?
discovering.
I didn't agree with you up
tribal
until
stuff.
then. Now I'm in total agreement with
No.
hot gritty man.
No, but you know what I mean. When you take that facade away, it's like you took all of Zac Efron's facade away, and you're like, oh, okay.
The song and dance, Zac Efron.
Yes,
Now
the
we're-
High School Musical. I think I have the right movie.
Yes.
He exists outside these characters. This is
It's
amazing.
like, oh my god.
Um,
But I would check out that document. I haven't seen. I feel like I'm not watching documentaries enough.
12 peaks, 14.
14
17.
peaks. 14. Yeah. I'm
Three
sure
more
if
peaks in there.
he had the opportunity, this group of climbers, they probably would have kept going. And at the end of it, they say, wait and see what we're going to do next, which I can't even imagine after watching it, what would be next for these people.
Mm-hmm.
Marianas Trench. They're going deep.
Are they so they have to camp as they're going up?
Oh yeah.
I'm not going to say anything what they
You have. Is it
did.
safe to say that a lot of people have no idea what they do?
truly and honestly what this group of climbers accomplished and what they had to overcome. It's unbelievable.
So is it like inspirational in the way where
Yes.
it's like
It's inspirational.
and these guys don't come from like they're not like
No.
their dads aren't on Fifth
No.
Avenue.
No,
like they're
not at all. And that's what's remarkable is the people that do train and go to Everest and have all that is they have, Sherpas guiding them and all of this, and they go up and they plan and they, run marathons and train and run triathlons and do all of this
To
for
get their
months
heart to
and
get-
months
yeah.
at a
oh,
time.
it's endurance,
Yeah.
Charlotte. It's
Yeah.
like it's like
And-
living during the ice ages.
It's remarkable. But what the premise behind this documentary was for Nepalese climbers to get the footing in the background to say, we are here. We are making our mark in mountaineering, to say we are not just guides. We have names. We are humans. We are more than just the guys leading you up a mountain.
You are getting a peek of the Nepali culture more than what people, and I don't even know what people think of when you think of like Nepal. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But this is a facet of them they want people to see.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's
Okay.
great.
Who was the guy Lord Sir whatever that climbed Everest? Dan, do you remember he was like the first guy?
I don't know.
And he
You're a
made,
producer. Go look it up.
but he didn't go up there alone. He had a Nepalese Sherpa with him, and we don't know that person's name.
Yeah.
Oh, I see what
Do you
you're
know what I
saying,
mean?
because he's climbing it with him.
Yeah,
That-
that dude's
right,
there.
Right.
That's
yeah,
the
he's
premise.
not Alfred. Like they're both Batman.
Right.
Yes,
Right.
that's
Yeah.
that's the premise behind this documentary. Is most people don't know their names. Most people, when they come down from Everest, and you say, "Who got you up to the top of Everest?" Oh, a Sherpa, a guide. And the premise behind this documentary is to say most of them are Nepali climbers.
Yeah.
Because they're the best.
Right. Okay.
They can do it. And to prove it to you, we're going to do the 14 highest peaks
In 6 months.
in less than 6 months.
Wow. So could you name some of the other mountains that they climbed?
Peaks? No, I can't.
Okay. There's 14.
Which is why everyone needs to watch
But
it, and we need a book
Dan, the
report.
producer, can look all
Can
them
look
up.
up all the peaks.
So,
I don't like all this work everybody keeps dumping on me over here.
well, the guy that wore the fish hat dressed like Rip from Yellowstone needs to start
I like the
manning
fish
up.
hat.
But Everest was one of them. I know that.
I got Microsoft Flight Simulator because I'm a nerd, and one of the options is to fly around Everest, and it's like it's a pretty like detailed experience to do Microsoft Flight Simulator. You have no clue how big that mountain is.
Oh, yeah.
Like you see like all the movies, it's like the Grand Canyon. It's like no matter how many pictures that you see of it, once you're there, it means something totally more profound.
Yeah.
Like you have no idea how to contextualize how big some of these
Get a
places
flight
are.
simulator. Right. I would think
Get a
that
flight simulator?
No, I love how
Thanks,
Mark's-
nerd.
You're welcome. You're welcome. I was trying to say something profound, but you're all dicks.
You know what's interesting about that? Like, and I appreciate the fact that that's their thing, and I'm like watching them really make these huge accomplishments. For me, I never think like, oh, I don't feel inspired to go climb a mountain, although some people will watch this and think I want to do treks like this. And I feel like I was more inspired. I feel like I wish I was more inspired to go, let's go to the Appalachian Trail, let's do it. What, you know what I mean? Like
Well-
that kind of stuff. It's like I appreciate them doing it, but I know that's not for me. Does that make sense?
Well,
and
yeah.
then I want to find my version of 14 peaks. Does that make sense?
Yeah, totally.
Like
Totally.
your Eat, Pray, Love. Like it's
Right, like
Yeah.
my big accomplishment versus, yeah, that's all.
So contextually, with you watching that, I mean, you've been through some shit, right? And to come out the other side of some of that is pretty crazy. Where a lot of people kind of, slink in the corner and they're like, life is meaningless. Nothing, I'm never going to be a Sherpa. Why should I even try? So you've overcome what you had a transplant, right?
Mm-hmm.
And what did you get transplanted? Because I don't know the proper words to sound smart.
I had a liver transplant.
And was that like genetic or was that
No.
okay? So what happened?
So
I'm so curious
Yeah.
because this is overcoming some
Yeah.
shit. Yeah.
Yeah. So I had
Did I break the mood?
No, you did, but I would first you did a nice transition there. I was going to say I would introduce her before you go right into like, so how'd you get your liver transplant?
Oh, it's in the description on the thing. This is Jen from Local
Yeah.
Juice Co.,
Yeah.
who I've known for a few years, and I started to obsessively follow on Instagram because I am really into like don't eat,
Juices.
Mountain Dew.
Right. No, you like the juices.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I like stuff that's all natural, and I try my best not to eat McDonald's, but it happens. But and Jen and I are buddies.
So no, because you were saying you came out on the other side.
I like how
Now
I'm
she's
getting a lesson here, Dan.
No, because now you're a successful business owner, and when we talk about the other side,
Yeah.
this is now what you're flourishing in. But obviously, you had humble beginnings or another.
Were they humble?
Another life, another
I
life.
mean-
so
Did you
to
grow up
speak.
in the Dust Bowl?
I did. I did in the Dust Bowl of Dunmore, Pennsylvania.
Oh, all right.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean,
So how did that happen?
it to go back to how you were contextualizing me watching the documentary, and anytime I'm watching anything such as that, it always brings me full circle to what I went through, in looking at life and removing the rose-colored glasses, anything like that. Yes, I had a liver transplant. It was 6 years this past July that I went through it, and it's because of two rare liver diseases,
Okay.
because of an underlying blood condition. The underlying blood condition was found after post pregnancy. So the pregnancy, with my daughter was, who just turned 10 January 11th, this past January, sorry. Following her delivery, we had some problems with her. And I ended up in the ICU. She ended up in the NICU. And she came 9 weeks early.
Okay.
And, everything started then, back in, my medical history.
Adventure.
Yeah. Adventure, to say the least. And my husband, God love him, he really didn't know, which way to even go. And then at that point, the doctors hadn't even found what was going on with me medically wise.
Right.
When you would think you have child, you would run medical blood work, all kinds of things. They would find a blood disorder because of all the tests, but they had not. So you're fast forwarding a little bit. I went out that October for some blood work, and they had found some abnormalities. And I went to a Medi-Center, and they told me I had cirrhosis of the liver.
What?
Which was strange. Like always a healthy person.
Right.
You're not a drinker?
No, not at all. I mean,
but at that time, it was like, it didn't make sense to correlate your
didn't
drinking
make
to the
sense.
cirrhosis.
No.
Okay.
No. I mean,
That handle of vodka a day wasn't really happening?
no.
No.
Okay.
It didn't do
we're
it,
all,
did it?
I mean, in this area,
Do you think the doctors are like, man, she must be a drinker?
yeah.
Do you think
I
that's
mean,
their first
in this
thought?
area,
yeah.
yes.
Actually, when I was in the hospital, one of the things that they brought up was hepatitis due to my tattoos.
Really?
And I was like, yo, I get my tattoos at a very clean place.
Yeah.
Like, this was it. Billy was talking
I'm
to
not
the
in a prison
doctors.
basement
Yeah,
getting my-
like
yeah.
I'm not, jailhouse,
Yeah.
tats back here. This is not happening. They were talking about taking my liver out through my neck at Moses.
What?
Yeah. Oh, these are true stories. I mean,
Taking your
what do you mean
liver out
taking out
through your
my
neck?
Yeah, that was one conversation.
I'm not a
They're
doctor,
like,
but that seems like the long
we could
road.
take it out through your jugular vein. I'm like, what? So Billy chased the
What?
one doctor down the hallway and was like, you need to get my wife out of this hospital. Like, we're out of here. What should we do?
Where were
should
ya?
we
Low-
go?
Oh, right, let's
At
not
the
be.
Moses.
Yeah, let's not.
Moses.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh shit.
So when I joke
there
around
goes
with
their
people,
sponsorship.
when I joke around with people saying,
That's like pulling your ankle out through your mouth.
Yeah.
It's-
if you have something wrong,
second opinion.
let's
Yeah.
just maybe
Well,
take
yeah,
it
especially that
out.
severe.
Uh,
Well, especially when they're like, "Hey, we're going to remove your lower intestine through your trachea."
Yeah.
It's like, oh, that sounds like a long way to. There's a closer end.
sorry, Commonwealth.
Sorry.
Regional. I don't know what
No one-
they are these days,
No,
but
listen.
Ah,
yeah, doesn't
yeah.
matter.
They're still not going to sponsor.
Yeah. So anyway, sorry, Mark.
Don't be sorry.
I ended up getting transferred down to the Hupp Hospital. That's where they
What's
found
Hupp?
out
Where's that
the University of Penn
Okay.
down in Philly.
Give them a nice plug, right?
Yeah. So that's where they found out that I had my first condition, Budd-Chiari syndrome. And that's
What is that?
That's where your hepatic veins are being blocked by the toxins that are building up in your livers.
So is the hepatic vein
Oh,
something
they're not.
in your liver?
They're not. Your
Not-
liver's not extracting. Sorry, I was going to
Yes.
say excruciating. That
Yeah.
makes sense. But yeah, no,
Same
but
thing.
extract.
Yeah.
Yes.
Because your liver, removes all of the toxins that, flow.
When
Right.
you
Everything.
drink.
So, yeah.
It's because it's poison.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, sure. So all of that was backing up into my system.
Oh, so you were? It was like a creek that a beaver built a dam in, and it's like nothing's coming through.
Exactly.
Okay.
Great analogy.
Yeah.
Very good.
Yay.
I heard something. My cousin's daughter is going through a similar problem, and they're calling. She's only like 7, and they're calling it like Williams. It's some sort of syndrome for kids, but extremely, almost identically describing what you're describing. She's
And you
had
didn't
it.
know that you had
Like-
this.
No, I had no idea. I went for a run, like earlier in the summer, like a 9-mile run. I came back with a hernia, and that's kind of what sparked the whole, like what I thought was a hernia.
Mhm.
I had like a bulge in my stomach. And
Really?
yeah. So then I went and I had my first, surgery, and we thought that, all right, this was going to be it. Like, this was the most, problems we had. we had our little baby at home. We were like, all happy campers and everything. So then we fast forward a couple years, and then, second disease hit, regenerative nodular hyperplasia, which my liver, as we know, maybe we don't know. So our liver regenerates. It's our only organ that can actually regenerate ourselves, which is why we can get a partial liver transplant.
Right.
We sometimes don't need a whole liver transplant.
Mm-hmm.
So my liver was dead because the first surgery I had puts a Band-Aid on my liver. So my liver,
Did they know that at the time? They're like, this isn't permanent.
they had told us that,
Okay.
but we thought we had more time.
Right.
But my liver had already, shot the shit and was dead. So it was early of 2014 that my liver gave out. And
What does that mean? Like, what does that mean? Like, for people who don't understand, like, what happens to your body when that happens?
it was, dying. My organs were shutting down. And regenerative nodular hyperplasia, tumors were growing all over my liver. So my liver was trying to regenerate itself by growing new livers. So tiny little tumors were growing all over it.
Sounds fun.
It was.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was a great time. So the end of 2014 was when I was put on hospice. I was getting biopsied by Johns
Oh,
Hopkins.
they put you in hospice?
Oh, yeah.
Holy shit,
Yeah,
Jen.
nurses coming every day, taking care of me.
Because when your liver, what can you do?
Nothing.
Yeah, there's no dialysis. Like if a kidney failure happens, like liver, you're pretty much shot.
Yeah.
By the way, your daughter at this point is where?
Is with me.
How old is she?
She was 3 when we were going through, the heat of it, the midst of it.
Mm-hmm.
She's a trooper. She's the best. She's an angel.
Because was she admitted around the same time you were admitted, but she was okay? And
Yeah,
then
she went to the NICU,
Mm-hmm.
and she's as healthy as a horse, as strong as a mule. I mean, that kid never needed oxygen. They tried to put it on her. She's like, no, fuck this. I'm good. Yeah, no.
Breathe on my own.
How old was
Yeah.
she saying fuck this? She was
3
days old. She said,
No,
fuck this.
she
She was
was.
a preemie,
She wasn't even
wasn't she?
hours old. Yeah, she was a preemie.
Yeah.
She came out 3 pounds 9 ounces, dropped down to 2 pounds 14 ounces within
Whoa.
hours, and then that's when she was like, "Nope, I'm good. I don't need the oxygen."
How big was she?
Oh, she fit in the palm of
Isn't
my
that
husband's hand.
nuts?
Yeah, just under the palm of my husband's hand, and she was just as cute as my butt, like excuse button. Yeah,
That's crazy.
yeah.
That's crazy.
That's
this
that's a hell of a story just for any parent to
Just
go through that.
that
Meanwhile, like
alone,
Yeah,
and
and
then
then now you're sick.
oh, I know, and I'm not even saying the wound vac that I had too, because my C-section.
It's a wound vac,
Well, that's when your C-section, because I had the underlying blood condition.
right?
So my C-section started excreting. What's that word?
Excreting.
Excreting mucus and pus because it was overclotting
Oh, wonderful.
because of my underlying blood condition. Because they didn't find that. Because of course the doctors
didn't
around
know.
here are just so great. Great
I
jobs.
know.
And so they attached a
Brought to you by Pfizer.
Yeah. A vacuum
Okay.
battery pack
Jesus,
in a
Jen.
tube.
Oh my God.
So I had the newborn at home, and they're like, "Well, we can send her home, or we can keep her here while you have your." I'm like, "No, she's coming home. We're coming home.
Absolutely.
She's coming home." So after 29 days in the NICU on my husband's birthday and Super Bowl Sunday, she came home, and then the Giants won, and he's a Giants fan, not me. I'm an Eagles fan, actually. So I'll
I
come
hate
on
the
your
Eagles.
podcast today if you want.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
No, Freddie
I'd
would
love to meet
you.
him. Yeah. So anyway, next we're going back.
That's
to
yeah.
back
We're
to
just
that.
promoting.
Okay.
Uh-huh.
So
I'm with you.
Just doing a plug.
Yeah. So
I'll be back,
where
guys.
was I? Oh, so the wound vac. Yeah. So then that pumped, and she'll even talk about that. She'll say like, "Mommy, that smelled awful," and I'll be like, "Baby, you were like 30 days old.
Yeah.
You didn't smell."
Well, she was already saying fuck that.
Yeah, that's
yeah.
true.
So she was
That's
wise
true.
beyond her years.
Yeah, and if you ask her, she'd say like, "Mommy, you say way more of the F word than Daddy does."
She points it out. Very
She says
observant.
that. Yeah.
So
So now you're fast forward. So I just want to ask where your daughter
Yeah.
was at that point. But
So
I don't
she
wanna,
was 3.
Yeah.
She was great. She would, help like hook me up to my machine at night, and they'd go up to bed, and Yeah, she was great. So then I was put on hospice in November, and then
I mean, for people that don't
December.
know, like hospice is not the place you want to be.
It's not, but you know what? It's
That's almost like when like there's no other options here.
there are
Hospice.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm assuming you were mentally preparing to die,
yeah,
or no?
yeah.
Were you
no.
still on
That
hold?
got heavy real fast.
No, it's
Shiloh.
a great question.
Wow.
Great question. There's a moment in life where you either prepare to die or prepare to live. And those two moments meet like real close to the middle, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I was never meeting. Okay. I guess this is like going to be hard to explain.
Were you
But I
battling them?
never, no,
They just never met.
no, they just never met because I never, ever once thought I was going to die.
Mm.
I knew I was going to live.
Interesting.
So I wasn't preparing to live. I wasn't preparing to die. I was living.
Okay. There was no preparation. You were just waiting for the moment
Yes.
to pass.
I was just living.
Yeah. Okay.
Every day that was a good day, I would get out and be. And I would have a great day with my daughter.
What does that mean? Get out and be in hospice.
I would just do. Like if I was having a good day and I wasn't throwing up and lying on my bathroom floor, I would go and I would do what I would do, like what a normal mommy would do with her daughter.
Okay.
And if I was having a horrible day, I would lie on the bathroom floor and have a horrible day or sleep.
You just you literally took it day by day.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that's just what our life was.
And how long did that last?
When I wasn't, we got the call July 17th.
How long were you in hospice though before you got that call?
I think like give or take, it was like November, December. We went on.
So months?
Yeah.
Wow. And then, so how'd you get on? Isn't it hard to get on the list?
Once your doctor, says you're not going to live without a transplant.
They get you immediately on there?
Yeah.
You
What's
get
that?
bumped to like the top.
Yeah, how does that work?
Well, so it works based upon your numbers, and you need, 3 doctors or like several, doctors in your group of
Clinicians? Or,
yes, right word.
Your group.
To say this person's not going to live without this to say. And then you have to, you do have to meet with a social worker to say that you can actually pay for it. That's a thing.
Yeah.
Pay for what?
The transplant.
That you are going to pay for the transplant.
Mm-hmm.
So wait, you have to pay for your own
yeah.
transplant? Wait, what?
You have to, yeah.
Well, who's
We
going
had
to
to
pay
sit.
for it, Mark?
Billy and
I
I
thought
sat
insurance would
across.
pay for
Well,
that.
I don't know.
Yeah.
Did you have good insurance?
We did, but there's also co-pays, and it's a lot. And we sat across from the social worker.
You have to
and paid.
literally sit and like.
And we sat in front of a social worker, and we sat there, and they said, are you prepared to pay for the remainder of this? Yeah.
But I will
Wait,
say
what?
though,
Yeah.
like they give you a bill, right?
Yeah.
If you don't pay or somebody cannot afford to pay, the hospital technically can't come after you, right?
I mean, I'm sure they wouldn't like literally come after you and take the
It's not gonna
organ
be like a
out
hit
of
squad.
you,
It's not like a Jude Law
But-
movie.
but they do make sure like that you have
Yeah,
something
but is that like a
in line.
precondition? Like they have.
I don't know.
The-
No,
the
but
weird
how many
thing-
people have babies, don't have insurance to pay for them? They'll get billed, but then technically a hospital can't put like a lien on your house, or they can't go after your credit on a normal payment that you're not making. Do you see what I'm
Right.
saying?
Right. So I don't think that they can like go back and like take your baby or anything
Right,
like that. Like
right.
I don't. Yeah. I
Like
don't
for
think that.
collateral?
Yeah.
Right.
But-
Right.
Now I was unbelievably blessed, and like okay, so we bring it like full circle
You know,
back
while we're
to
doing
this.
this, can I have a ginger shot?
You can have. That's why I brought them. You
What do
can
we got?
have
Ginger,
anything.
parrot.
Yes. Let
Yes.
me actually.
Do you like
Yeah.
ginger?
Join
Do
you.
you like ginger?
I do.
Yeah.
Here.
Yes.
I'm
I've
shake
learned-
weighting it
I've
your
learned
way.
to love ginger because
Yeah.
it's so good for you.
Yeah.
This will blow your brains out.
There you
Have
go.
tried
That was a
this
terrible thing
And
to
then-
say. This will blow your mind. Maybe that
Jen?
was terrible too.
So
Dan.
we are drinking ginger shot, ginger lemon
Yeah,
turmeric.
Dan, do you want something. I brought a spicy celery,
Yeah,
a
I'm just
carrot
sitting over here
craze.
like,
I want to
thanks,
say
guys.
canine. How do you
Here,
say, how do you
I'll
say
give him a
that?
parrot juice.
Cayenne, canine. You're an idiot, Shyla. Carrot.
Here, parrot juice.
So I don't know what we were saying.
We're all
Yeah.
Good thing I wish someone would be able to like George Lucas the
sound effect?
this out of my hand. No, we were talking. We were at hospice when you got the
Oh.
call.
That
when you
is
got the call,
spicy.
Yeah.
that'll blow your hair back, won't it?
Love.
That just gave you a 6 head.
No.
I don't
Oh.
even understand what that
It blew your
means.
hair back.
Oh.
Yeah.
Um,
So what's that like to get that call? Because you never know when that
Oh.
call is going to come or if that call is going to come at all.
well, I don't remember the one that I got to say like you are on, we're going to put you on hospice or we're going to, put you, we feel like, we should move you from home health to hospice. I don't remember when that call
Right.
when I took that call, but I do remember when Jen, you will die if you don't get this transplant. I do remember that call.
Right.
And I know exactly, the feeling.
Was it that blunt?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, there's really nowhere else, no good way to say that.
So do you appreciate that more as opposed to somebody who would sugarcoat that news?
Yeah. I mean, I think I've said this to you that I'm a pretty honest person and
Yeah.
I appreciate.
So I like you.
Yeah. I appreciate people just being straight up front to me.
Right.
Because, and he did. He just, I was sitting down at my husband's desk and, our desk in our house, and it was December 23rd. It was very close to Christmas, which I thought was strange.
Why
but
does it always happen around Christmas?
Right. But I actually appreciated it because I knew it was coming and I'm glad that he didn't wait because then I would have been stewing.
The whole holiday.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And he just said, flat out, Jennifer, you will need this transplant. You will die if you don't get a full liver. And I said, okay. And I just remember, everything around me just shrunk.
Yeah.
And it's almost as if I could see like the dust, everything, like just everything stopped. And in that moment, that's when I knew that I wouldn't die, that I would just keep living. And you had asked that something, you were just waiting for that moment. And that's what I just knew I was just waiting for a moment. I just was waiting.
For for clarity or for
Are you choking on turmeric?
No. For like that moment of clarity where you go from just living day to day to like another level of hope.
I think
Is that
no?
I
think
that what you,
the question you asked, I think, was like, did you prepare yourself for like
for
what
death,
you thought
right.
would be
but
the
she
inevitable?
never did.
But I also think that like in those situations, I think that like life can be defined by like these certain moments in your life, and you can either choose to die, or you can say, I'm going to live the life.
But she never chose to die.
No.
Right?
Give up.
Give up. Right.
Let's say that.
Okay.
Give up. And I think that it takes a lot of people don't go, this is a gift, this moment right here, because it could be terrible or it could be, the thing that like gets you to the next day.
I'm wondering that the moment that your husband said to you, like, you need to have this liver or you're dead.
The husband or the doctor?
Oh, the doctor.
Yeah.
Sorry. I was
Just because you didn't marry a doctor doesn't mean that
But you had said
You're projecting.
You were saying like you were sitting at the desk with your husband. So I'm thinking your husband's relaying a message to you. Sorry, the doctor's saying this to you. And at that point, was it like, all right, I'm gonna live. This is gonna go great. Did you project that far, or in that moment, what was it? Just like relief?
I have no idea, honestly. I just never.
surreal, maybe.
There was, I say we because it was both my husband and I never had a feeling that I was going to die. Maybe it's the belief in going back even to what we believe as humans, the two of us in our relationship, even of you get what you put out
Mm-hmm.
in the positivity.
You mean in the world?
Yeah.
Okay.
In the way that we believe
Energy.
in ourselves. Yeah. And energy.
Like a good karma, bad karma type
Exactly.
of thing. Okay.
In, you have to believe, you have to wake up, you have to put out good, you have to
Choose good.
choose good.
Right.
You have to, exude positivity and it will come back to you tenfold.
Sure.
And I've always been that type of person. I've always tried to be that type of person. I've always felt as if, if the world was more of that,
Oh, yeah.
the world would just be a better place.
We could have this whole conversation
all
just
day,
a whole separate.
all fucking day, right? Now, I also believe that there's people out there, and I hope you're listening, that
Oh shit!
that
Please don't be a hospital. Please don't be a hospital.
that really do believe that I'm full of shit when I say that.
Okay, no, continue.
And that,
I don't.
thank you, Mark.
You're welcome.
That in a way, when, and maybe they do, maybe they don't, but maybe that when other people say that, they think they are full of shit too, and they're just like, oh, they're just saying that because that's what is cool and hip these days. And
Well, where it gets lost in translate. I feel it gets lost in translation to people who don't believe that, and I was one of them in the sense where I would meet people. I would meet people who pretend. So there's genuine positivity. There's genuine warmth and care and like unselfishness. And then there's people who pretend to be that way. And so if you're not intuitive enough, most people just buy in to all these other people pretending to be positive just because they fucking post a quote or some shit,
I do that.
Just, you know what I'm saying? There's that very, very superficial line there that a lot of people live in. Right? I'll even say it even in many religions, like people who are supposed to be head of these churches, they'll put out but they don't live it. So you got to live it. You know what I mean? It's an action oriented way of life. So I feel like the people who you're saying might think it's bullshit. Probably either came across people who would say stuff and not deliver, and so they're not buying it as a connecting piece. You know what I mean? Or it's been watered down. We don't understand. We just hear it as some sort of like Eastern philosophy or some mindfulness bullshit. Anything that gets talked about to the point where it gets so watered down, to me, loses its effectiveness. And I think there's a lot of people hearing all that positive stuff, but not really understanding it because no one's teaching it or talking about it to the level it actually should be.
Shyla's upset that the world is full of a bunch of tourists.
No, but I'm saying I feel what you're saying. I think, but that's where the difference is, because I used to live on that side going, what are you
energy,
saying
shit
to
like
me?
that, yeah.
It's all nonsense. Your actions have no correlation to what you're saying.
When I had
your intentions.
So about like 5-6 weeks ago, I had COVID, and believe it or not, like on like day 4 or whatever, like Jen and I, we were both thinking about like each other at the same time. And she was actually making me juice at that time for me.
You mean she reached out to you to say
no?
do you
She
want
was
juice?
thinking about it, and then my sister rolled in on accident. Like
Yeah.
like the
Yeah.
cosmic. I didn't even know
Oh,
that was happening. My sister just showed up there to get me juice, thinking that she was doing a nice thing, and Jen was thinking about and I was texting my sister after she left there to go get me juice. So it had already happened. Like all these 3 things happened without anybody.
No, because there was a genuine care behind the action. Like somebody just wanted to make you juice.
I think there's something that we don't really understand about that. I think there is some sort of
No, it's a cause and effect. The
String
world kind of runs on
theory,
it.
Oh, totally. The butterfly effect.
Yeah.
physics of it all, where some we don't understand why I think of
See,
you.
now we're
or-
talking philosophy and they don't even know it.
Someone said to me,
Shyla studies Buddhism and how do you say that?
Vedanta, which
What does it
Buddhism
say?
is just a
Buddha.
Buddhism is just a
See, she says it just like Obama says Pakistan.
Oh my gosh.
no, but you
It's
were
the
saying
mozzarella.
that
Things
where-
are turning.
Yeah,
you were saying like
but
how
she studies all this shit.
No, I love it.
your husband and you like knew that you it wasn't going to fail you because you always put out, you felt like you lived a good life. So somebody had said, like, you get what you deserve, not what you desire. You get what you deserve in life, not what you desire.
Yes.
Because of exactly what that statement. This is how you take something she said, bring it right back to.
Thanks for the cliff notes.
So right, and so that's what it reminded me of, And then many people will say, well, I've lived this good life. And I really would like to know how good their life really was, because everybody thinks they're living a good life. What the fuck are you really doing?
Be positive. Well, I remain cynical.
Right. Well, no, cynicism is one thing. You're just putting humor on it. I'm not saying like that. But people don't even realize the shit storm they create because they're always like blaming outside world. They're not looking at their own personal actions. But yeah, just I think that's a lot of people will live a shitty life and go, well, I didn't do anything wrong. So what did I do to deserve this? And one of the theories is what you did in your past life is the cause of, this is the effect of what you lived.
Yeah.
We can go into that. It is theory. Obviously, it's very speculative. But it's just one, if you're living on cause and effect, which this world lives on cause and effect, then the effect of a shitty life that you have now, that you're born at, a kid gets born into the ghetto, right? In a bad situation and stuff. What did he do to, versus somebody who's being born in like a 5-star or 5-star hotel. I was like a big mansion. So
who
point
gets
being
born
is
at the Holiday Inn Express?
the point being is like there might be a past life there that created the cause, and you're now seeing the effect. We don't always see the cause of the effect, and sometimes we never see the effect of the cause. Does that make sense?
Yeah. Totally.
So yeah, that's so
feel,
maybe you just always put it.
Feel okay about that, doctor?
No, I'm just saying, like, what say,
PhD. PhD.
But continue on
so
your
the positive,
journey.
But that's how all this began, was just staying optimistic and almost dictating your own fate and not letting your fate be dictated to you.
I think it all is. Everything that we've just talked about at this oval table.
I don't know.
Is
we're
all
squaring
of it.
circles in here, Jen.
We
don't know what
we're doing.
Doing.
All of it. It all goes full circle. The cause and effect.
Yeah, it does.
And I think that's what it all was, is I wasn't allowing it to dictate me. I wasn't going to allow that phone call to dictate what transpired over the next day. I didn't know if it was going to be a day. I didn't know if after that phone call, if I was going to even wake up the next day. I had no idea, literally, if I was going to wake up after I closed my eyes any day. So why was I going to let that phone call dictate the next cause and effects of every single day?
Right.
So what I was going to do is just live what we do every single day. No phone call was going to change that. So on the good days, I was going to go and do exactly that. Get up and live. I wasn't going to wait to just die. I wasn't going to get a phone call that's going to say, if you don't get this transplant, you're going to die. Okay, well, then I guess I'm going to die. No, I'm going to fucking live.
And it's interesting, somebody in your exact same position could have the reverse
exactly
emotional effect.
Exactly.
And what makes them go there versus where you went,
that I can't answer because I'm not that person. Right. Now, I would like to offer up hope that maybe that I can't answer. I do know this. The thing I did was have a way to reach out to some of those people. I had a Facebook page that I had, which was the connection to the outside world, I guess, during my time when I was on really, really down and out. And that was the one thing that they gave me.
They put you on crazy medicines when you're in there?
All kinds.
Which your immune system goes to shit, doesn't it?
Oh, my immune system's lowered now because they need to keep my liver in me rather than thinking that it's somebody else's.
Right.
So, yeah, I have a lowered immune system, which is why the shots are great from local juice
immune
company.
boosters?
Yeah.
I love it there.
Totally.
I know the lady.
Yeah.
She's great.
Yeah, she is great, right? So, but during my hospice stint, one of the ways that we used to recoup the medical benefits was my parents and my family had a benefit for me. And we had a Facebook page and to, promote the benefit and everything. And I said, well, at least just let me run the Facebook page. Like, give me that. Like,
Give me something to do.
Give me something to do. And they said, fine. Like, that's it. That's the only thing you can do. Like, you can't be involved in it. You can't, have any part of it. It's not going to look, that's fine. Whatever. So I would reach out to other people, others, make kind of positive, like a blog kind of thing. Well, after the benefit, I kept it going. I didn't drop it because people were reaching out to me saying, I have this, I have that. I see your posts,
nice.
I have your blog.
Yeah, and you weren't posting like another shitty day.
No.
Yeah, you were like, you're a beautiful thing, whatever you are.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
You're a beautiful thing.
Yeah.
Exact that. That was actually my post the one day. It was just, you're a beautiful thing. You hit the nail right on the head.
Because I'm profound.
You are. So profound.
Did you hear that, Nostradamus?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I don't know why those people have that flip side of it, but for that short time.
I think a lot of people don't believe that they can. I think a lot of people don't believe that they can be strong. You know what I mean?
Or their past experiences have dictated a bad outcome in
Well,
most
the programming
things.
has led them to believe that no matter what.
Yeah. Like,
There's
this is not
no
going to
hope.
turn out well. There's
Yeah,
no
whether
hope
it's-
because nothing else has
whether
turned
it's
out
that,
well. Right.
I saw a story on 60 Minutes once. I don't have hope now. You know what I mean? Like, where that little thing could be the thing that makes them not have hope.
No, but yes, that. But I also think it's just personal experiences and things didn't pan out for them in certain ways, and
So
they just assume this won't pan out.
So, now comes when that phone call happens, you know what's going to happen next, right? And you're just a hopeful, optimistic person. Is the feeling at that moment excitement or a little bit of fear or a little bit of both? Because
you got the
when
call
you get the
that
call,
you're-
like we have a donor.
Yeah. Well, Billy and Mackenzie weren't there. So Billy and Zizi, who we call her, like Top, they were out playing soccer, and the liver that I received was allocated to me which means allocation means it's a direct allocated liver, not from the UNOS list. So
And the UNOS list is like
the UNOS
the organ
list,
donor on the driver's license thing?
correct.
Okay.
Correct. So, and don't ask me what it stands for. Ask the producer, Dan, to look
So it's like
that up.
someone who's passed away
Yes,
who said, I'm going to donate my liver.
exactly.
That's not the liver those aren't the livers you were getting. Or you were.
No, a direct allocation means that someone called within a
Certain radius?
a radius amount, radius or regional area, and said, I have this person that I want to give family members organ to.
Mm-hmm.
If they're a match, I want to give it directly to this person.
Got it. It's a direct match.
So
Who is this benefactor?
this chance of the direct matching in those type of cases are 1 in millions.
Oh, wow.
Because you have to have DNA like all kinds
Holy
of
shit.
it's crazy.
Right.
The panning,
Yeah.
blood types, tissue matching, all kinds of nerves. All just imagine it's all the shit, right? So my phone rings on July 17th around like 12:31. Not to the second, I know, but I know to the time. And the woman's name is Char. And she says, hi, my name is Char, Charlotte O'Connor. Do you know why I'm calling? And I say, I do. So a friend of hers had called to let me know that she was going to call. Now, that Facebook page that I had kept going, she had liked. I had posted a couple weeks earlier saying a picture of me running, saying one day I'm going to get back and win this race again. And her son had passed away in a car accident, 16-year-old son. He was an avid runner and cross-country runner. And she said, my son, Luke, had died in a car crash. And she would like to allocate his liver to me.
Wow.
So I had asked her if we could just pause.
Did she just lose her son though when she called you?
Yeah.
It's like a recent
Oh,
thing,
my
right?
God.
Like okay.
So it was a Friday, and he had died in the car crash on a Wednesday and was confirmed brain dead. And she had called me, and we were a match.
Wow.
Now, I didn't know that at the time that we were a match. However, I knew it. I knew it.
Like in your gut.
I knew it from the second that she said, "Hi, my name is Charlotte O'Connor. Do you know who I am?"
Oh my God, the grief of just losing your kid and then having to make that phone call. That's crazy.
I feel like you telling the story still brings back the same kind of.
Oh,
Like you feel,
yeah.
yeah. So, did you obviously met her, or you never met her? You met her.
Mm-hmm.
You met her through the group.
No, we physically met.
Oh, Jesus.
Yeah, we physically met. We've met many times. We are, kindred spirits.
I was gonna say, did you keep? So
Yeah.
the surgery went down.
Yeah.
Is that the liver you currently have?
Yeah.
Currently.
Yep.
How crazy is that
Mhm.
you have her son? Is that nuts though? When you think
Yes.
about it,
Yes.
like you have her son's liver.
Yeah.
So in a way, she must feel like, well, she has to feel like the son's living through you.
Yeah.
Were you guys similar?
Luke and I.
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't know if we're similar. I do.
I always wonder
know
if there is like a
this.
connection there.
I'll tell you this
beyond-
though. I have felt him with me since the day I was lucid in the hospital.
Oh,
I
that's so
woke
interesting.
up that night in the hospital.
And you mean felt him like that's a totally unique feeling in your life?
Yeah, yeah, totally.
What's that feel like?
It's fucking bizarre as all hell. Yeah.
Like, did you research him? Did the mom just tell you everything about
No,
him?
I've never researched him. He loved dogs. He wanted to be a veterinarian. He had a dog named Eddie, a golden shepherd, a golden retriever. I'm sorry, who passed away just a couple years ago. He was so great. He was a beautiful young man. Oh gosh, he had this curly head of hair. He was really, really good looking kid. Yeah. I keep a picture of him in my fanny pack
I think that's so beautiful.
because his obituary card when I run.
Do you keep it with you when you run?
Yeah,
That's awesome.
he's always beside me.
I think that's
And,
such a beautiful thing.
Yeah, he's always with
Well,
me.
you were a runner before this,
Yeah.
and then it was just an
An irony?
irony. Was it? It was just
I don't
ironic that I don't even know if I'm using irony in the right word here, but it was just happened to be that he was a runner, and then like I don't know. I feel like there has to be some weird spiritual connection there.
Yeah. Well, his mom truly does believe that God, she's very religious, and they were very religious prior to the accident. And this even took their faith to a different level.
Like solidified it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Catholic,
Christian.
and
they truly
does it
believe
matter?
that
just wondering.
that God took his hand when he passed and took the both of our hands and just put them right together.
Yeah.
And he was meant to save my life
Mhm,
and give. And she has said this out loud. She has said that he was here so that Zizi could have her mom back.
That makes
Oh.
sense.
I don't know, for her to say that out loud is like, it's
That's-
tremendous.
We don't get it. The problem is a lot of the times we don't get exposed to people like that.
Yeah.
Like people who
And I have someone like that in my life.
they're just so optimistic and they're they don't live in yesterday.
Yeah.
Or I also feel like you don't know how you're going to react to a terrible situation. Do you know what I mean? Like until the situation happens, and then maybe there is some sort of light that comes within you in order to like understand the grief and the heartache that's going on. And in that moment, you're looking for a reason, right? You're looking for some closure. And I feel like you could take a person who maybe lived a shitty life and when something horrible happens and they endure grief, they might get this spiritual moment where they change.
Yeah.
Where they see like a silver lining to it.
Evolve.
Or
Yeah.
evolve. Right. And so I'm not saying that was her situation, but back to your point, I don't know if everybody who acts like that has always been positive and always been thinking on the upside. Not really. I think in the hell of grief, you're trying to find answers. Like you're trying to find some sort of connection.
Some people I think already just know.
Some, but I'm just saying like.
But that's the thing about belief. It's like you have that thing that nothing's going to sway you, even if it's a mindset. Even if it's a mindset like Jen has, where it's like,
But you don't think that
I'm not gonna
mindset.
let. I don't believe this.
Right, but sometimes that mindset's not just there. It's not natural for everyone. Sometimes events happen to then expose you to this. Does that make sense? Yeah.
It's called a profound experience.
Yes, whatever you want to call it. I'm saying something needs to happen.
Mark has one every morning with his coffee.
I do.
Or with his shrooms,
I do.
either
Yeah.
one.
Or I have shrooms with my coffee, or coffee with my shrooms.
There's
What
peyote.
I don't do peyote. She thinks
She just put on the loudest jacket.
so. What's it like to so there's no like. I don't know if I want to say that. I don't know if I want to ask this question,
Ask
but
it.
it sounds kind of.
Ask it.
Is there no
Ask it.
lose? Is there no like people say, oh, they have a new lease on life? Like, did you not have that because of how you just view the world and in reality?
Oh,
Do you know what I mean? Where you're like, no, this
Yeah.
is meant to be. I'm
No.
grateful.
I actually, no. I'm so glad you asked that. Actually, I had a mental breakdown the first Thanksgiving after my transplant, and I was so. I don't know if I stood up from the Thanksgiving table or if I don't think I did. But that down spiral lasted, I think, a good 3 years.
Wait,
Okay,
you
solid.
know for a fact that the impetus of that was Thanksgiving.
Yes.
Okay.
Would you call it a depression?
Yeah.
So you were in a
100%.
3-year depression 1 year after you got this gentleman's
Few
liver
months.
transplant.
You got it in what, May or June?
Yeah, it was July.
Yeah. So 5 months?
Mm-hmm.
4 or 5 months. Yeah.
Yeah.
And what was the cause of that? What was the trigger?
I don't know if
it
we
was
need to know about the trigger, but
it was Thanksgiving dinner was the trigger of it, because everybody was just so elated that I was alive.
Uh-huh.
And I mean, it wasn't my family's fault. I'm not going to call them out. It wasn't anybody's fault. We all take our own. It's on our own self. It's not anyone else's fault. However, it's what I was seeing was everybody's smile, was everybody was thrilled. What I was feeling was there is a 16-year-old boy that is dead, and I'm here, and you're all celebrating. You're cheersing glasses.
it's bizarre. It's a bizarre
yeah,
feeling.
let's all be grateful. Jen's here. Let's all be, thrilled. And I'm like, whoa,
There's another side to this story.
right. There
Yeah.
is another side. There's a family, an hour and 15 minutes from here that's going through their first Thanksgiving without Luke.
Right.
Why
So-
a 3-year spiral though? What was what?
Because eventually you get out of it. Hopefully.
Yeah. So from start to finish, I'm saying, so from start to, I tried actual therapy that lasted, all of a month and a half.
Why did you
wait,
wait? Why did you air quote actual
Well,
therapy?
yeah,
Well,
'cause
because-
I want to hear about this.
Well, because the therapist just was like, you have to actually try. And I was like, this is me trying. And he's like, well, I was like, no. And then I just said, I went back to my husband's like, no, you have to actually try. I said, I did try. He's not responding to me. And he's like,
oh, you didn't get a good match on a
Yeah, but
therapist?
to me, I've been watching Yellowstone lately.
oh, I know.
So to me, a therapist is like picking the right horse.
yeah,
You
I
know?
did
If
not.
it's not the right horse, you're not going to make a
You know what's
connection.
so funny? Which makes me feel like I don't want to be a therapist.
Mm.
Oh, here we go.
No, I'm serious. Hearing
I'm
you
sorry.
ask that, like,
I'm
makes me
sorry.
feel like
I am
Shyla
so
just,
sorry. No.
Shyla just put herself
I
on the
really-
couch.
I really feel as if that you're going to make a great therapist. However, I don't think that type of therapy is for me. I went the holistic route.
Well, That's what. Okay, that was my next
Afterwards?
question. What?
Yeah.
So
Okay.
what did work?
So then I
And
dealt.
for those who don't understand holistic, what does
Okay,
that mean?
so then I had a woman come to my house, and we went into a different approach. We went Reiki. We went diving into. She went even acting. We went and we did. She would give me acting lessons.
Did you connect with her at the beginning though? Did you know?
Yes,
Yeah.
I went into her yoga class, and I sat down from the second I sat on my mat, and I single white female this chick. I'm like, this
okay.
is my girl.
Is it local girl?
She's from New York City original. Well, she's from this area originally. Jessica Cadden Osborne. She remarried actually. Oh my gosh, her last name is gonna. However, she was a Rockette. Then she moved to New York City to be a Rockette. Then she just recently moved up to Maine. So that was my time. I was like, I locked eyes with her after the class. I'm like, hi. I literally walked up to her. I gave her my number, and I'm like, my name's Jen Dolphin. I was like, I don't know if this is weird or whatever, but I'm going to give you my number if you'd like to call me.
Yeah.
It's literally what I did. She wrapped her arms around me, and she's like, I felt it too. And I was like, yes. I thought to myself, like, this is
See,
amazing.
I don't.
See, that's
I
you've
was
never
like,
had an
this
experience
is
like that.
amazing.
You're right.
Yes.
I've never had these.
Oh, yes.
I'm not a believer of Reiki. But I am a believer.
But she was in yoga.
No.
But I am a believer of yoga.
And this
this
is
But
it.
you've never had that experience where you're like,
So
I
then-
felt it too.
2 years
No,
later.
if I do, I don't remember.
Yeah,
Sorry.
no. 2 years later, she like our first Reiki experience together, she literally like exorcised something out of me, like a
Oh,
being.
wow.
Because in Reiki, we carry that chakra we carry our anger from our liver.
Mhm.
Thank you. And see those eyes?
Yeah.
We just had a connection right there,
Yeah,
buddy.
far five,
Yeah.
close five.
Okay. So
Okay.
so it was literally, I mean, it was crazy. And at that point on, she's like, okay, how often do we want to, connect and do this? And we really want to work. I said, I need to do the work. I need to do the inner work. This is what's going to heal me. This is the
Yes.
work that I need to do. I don't need to sit and talk, but I need to work on me. I need to do the work in here. And 2 years later, and again, I go back to so many times I revert back to Billy, but he was there. He would say, all right, I'm going to get out of the house for an hour and a half and 2 hours at a time. And Jess and I would work, and she'd say, all right, write about, yourself at 16, go. And I'd have 10 seconds to write down something about myself when I was 16. And she'd say, stop. And I'd be like, I'm not even done. She's like, I don't care. Read it to me. And I'd be like, all right. And like, that was, what we'd work on that day. And she's like, all right, now write down on yourself when you were 5, go. And she'd give me 30 seconds. I'm like, those were things that we do. And she'd say, all right, go put on an outfit and come out to me and write and act on a lesson of, what you'd stand up and as if you're the president of the United States. And like, those are the shit that she'd make me do. These were all things to make you find out who you really were. Your authentic self.
It's to it almost sounds like improv to me.
It was.
Okay. If I may.
Yes.
So it sounds crazy, right?
No, I see it. I could see the benefits.
To the 35,000 foot view person, it seems crazy. Like all the way up, people who aren't familiar
I mean,
with
if
this
you are
type
that
of stuff.
close
Okay,
by, yeah,
so
I guess,
okay,
but-
so what it does is it just gets you in the mindset of like, what was 5-year-old me like?
Yes.
Like what we're and inevitably it's going to be like hopes, wants, dreams, desires, outlook of the world, innocence, stuff like that.
Or the 5-year-old self is probably your authentic self in a lot of ways, actually.
But
Before
it-
the world ruined
But there's
you.
always evolutions of it, and a lot of the times it's about figuring out like, yeah, I'm not going to worry about the things that the world ruined me.
No, because as we got older, we were taken on, we're absorbing. So I can understand why she did those exercises trying to get. And what improv does, I only took 2 improv classes.
Oh, an expert! Yay!
You're an asshole.
Put her on MSNBC now.
No, but someone told me to take an improv class because I was losing like the authentic self thing.
Yes.
I was so, I didn't know what the fuck I don't know. I was so I was too hung up on what everybody was thinking of me and what I should portray. So somebody said, go do improv to like get rid of the embarrassment. It's like I have
Let's
a
do it
cloud
right
of
now.
embarrassment. And I only did 2 classes and I'm like, I can't fucking do this. This is too embarrassing. So
And she learned nothing.
No,
I think we should have an
totally-
improv class right
I
now.
am not doing it. I hate improv. I
What
hate
do you
acting. I
mean?
hate it. I hate it. My
because
improvisation.
he's not his authentic self.
Maybe.
Maybe.
No, my authentic self doesn't like it,
No.
and I'm not gonna deny it.
Well, just going back to those kinds of exercises. No, I just find it really interesting that talking about issues with like your quintessential, the what we learned to go and help ourselves through depression through therapy and counseling didn't work, and you realize that, and like this spoke to you, and I wonder.
Because there's not a one size fits all.
No, but listen, I'm not promoting counseling. Just because I'm in the program doesn't mean I'm like, go see a
I know.
therapist.
Look, I know that the more people you get, the more money you make. I know.
I mean, what? If I could teach philosophy all day, I would rather do that than therapy because in my eyes, that's more effective. That's just me. But I didn't know that until I kind of went into the field and realized, oh, all this psychoanalytical bullshit's good. But I think there's another way of looking at things. You know what I mean? But with you and the exercises, I'm just wondering how how did you slowly get out of the depression, right? Through these kind of impromptu exercises. Like how did those two resonate for you?
I'm going to think I know, and I'm not going to say it. I want to hear you say it. I've envisioned a thing.
Okay.
Yeah.
I guess actually realizing that not caring what anybody else thinks, not giving a fuck. Is that what you wanted to know?
No.
Is it, no?
You can still
Did
go.
I say-
I'm waiting
did
for
I
you to.
say it
I'm
yet?
waiting. No, I'm waiting for. No. I've envisioned a thing in my mind, and when you get done explaining it,
What color is it?
there's no color.
Oh,
Yeah, now
it's-
you're like so
it's
lost.
amorphous and
What are we
translucent.
doing?
okay.
It's what happens when people like us talk.
Yeah, it was
You call us
realizing
dumb?
that it was real. It was realizing those two things. Realizing that
Not giving a fuck what people think and
Not
to be your
giving a fuck.
authentic self.
to being my authentic self.
And isn't that, honestly, if you think about it, Jen, like, isn't that the cause of a lot of these mental, quote unquote, illnesses that people go through, whether it's depression or anxiety or any of that? Isn't that based on some sort of, I need to be like this? I'm sad. It's
Being
external
inauthentic then.
validation.
Yeah.
It's relying on external things
Yeah.
on a constant level.
Mm-hmm.
That's basically what
Absolutely.
anxiety and depression really are.
Absolutely. Well, the depression first started, if you go back, that's when realizing that I was looking around and having that moment of, I need to be happy because everybody around me is happy.
Mm.
I was like, oh gosh, everybody's happy.
I
And
can't be sad.
I can't be sad. So that's what I was trying to do. So I was aiming to please. See, I no longer do that. And once I stopped aiming to please,
Mm-hmm.
that's when I stopped being depressed, which really is essentially stop giving a fuck.
Giving a fuck. Yeah.
It doesn't
And
mean, but
external,
also at the same time,
external.
it doesn't mean be an asshole.
But I'm not. I'm just.
Right,
But
yeah.
I'm not an
I
asshole.
love that he
Yeah.
points that out to me. Like, don't you know,
Yeah.
guy?
No,
Right.
because a lot of people think. a
Shy,
lot of
I
people
don't think
that.
you're an asshole. I don't think she's an asshole, Mark.
No,
Come
I
back
wasn't
next
saying
week.
that.
Oh, I know.
I wasn't saying.
I don't
that.
think
was,
you're an asshole either.
I was saying that a lot of people think that when you say something like that, like their immediate thing is like, oh, so you don't care about anything that you do, and it's like,
Right.
no, that's not.
No, I
that's
know.
not what
That
that
is-
means.
No. And I wasn't getting that. But thank you for that clarification. It was more like,
So happy my sister-in-law's here to fucking break my balls.
no, but it was more like, yeah, just external.
Yeah.
Really
Can't
always
wait. Can't wait till
placing that
next
important.
family get together.
But what a wonderful, like, I'm with you on that journey. I can't be on Mark and You's journey with what color it is, but I'm definitely with you on the journey.
Did
saw
I
of-
say
blue.
it yet?
I saw blue.
I saw white.
Did you?
I did.
Okay.
And Dan, your wife's into this and everything, and you don't see shit.
Oh, I know
I'm
what
just
you
not-
meant.
I'm
How
not on
did
this
you know
level. I
when
don't
you
know what
weren't
they're talking
depressed
about.
Wait,
anymore?
hold on, everybody can't talk at the same time.
Oh,
Go.
We just did.
I
were you
know what
saying?
you said. How did you know when you weren't depressed? Oh, like okay. So when
Like when you're
I-
like, I'm done with this.
I'm done with this.
Yeah.
So yeah, my coach actually said like you're done. You're whole. She said like you're whole. And I said, "Oh wow. I saw white. You saw blue?"
It was just what came to mind after we talked about it.
Oh, I saw white. That's so cool. You saw blue?
Yeah.
I wonder if everybody sees different colors. Oh, look at everyone's like,
Look, you
what
two
the
are like,
fuck?
what is going on?
When I had my
Everyone's like-
existential experience, I didn't see any fucking colors.
I mean, but what I was basically getting at is like, the moment where you're like, I'm done with this,
Yeah.
Yeah.
or you have the confidence to be like, it's all bullshit. Like, it's like what people think about you, like all that stuff. Like, you were trying to put up a facade of something that you didn't genuinely feel, right? And you felt the pressure of that because there was a guilt and a shame, which you shouldn't have to have that or feel that at any time of your journey because you didn't instigate any of it.
Yeah.
Did you see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Where it's like you've just been on the receiving end of. There's the way to look at it is a lot of the times you've been on the receiving end of gifts.
Yeah.
You know,
Truly.
a lot of the times the Grim Reapers tried to come for you, and everyone has given you a weapon.
Yeah.
Can we talk about that guilt and shame for just a second?
No, I'm not going to do a Dr. Phil episode.
I'm not,
Jesus,
I'm not asking
Oh,
you to define.
Dr. Phil. I love Dr. Phil.
he's I don't know.
No, but Mark said shame. Did you feel shame?
No, not at all.
I was speaking generally. I don't know the inside of her head.
No, but I'm wondering, like, I think a lot of people put unnecessary guilt and shame on themselves.
That's what I'm talking about. Generally,
unnecessary.
yes, generally.
Yeah.
You feel better
Clarification
about
on that.
it?
Yeah, I do. I do want to go back to. I want to go back to when you feel like you felt that clarity in that moment where I don't give a fuck, right? Was that
Fuck it all.
experience per experience, or once you said fuck it all, you can now take that same attitude and apply it to every part of your life? And I asked that because I could say, oh, okay, I have overcome whatever struggle with this, but I'm still having some struggles over there with something else. So
It'll inform those other decisions in your life. Sure.
Yeah. It'll inform everything, but I'm going to say on like a wholehearted basis.
okay.
Pretty much everything. Yeah. I mean, every once in a while, we're all struggling and we're all pretty much feeling like, oh, do I really want to or, somebody like, should I wear this? Y'all kind of doubt those little things.
Oh,
don't
right,
ask- I
right.
don't
I
ask
didn't
those
even go on
questions.
that
Yeah,
level because like
no,
little
you
stuff.
don't.
But that's where it matters too.
Yeah,
If you're going to
but-
ask that, you're going to feel that.
Yeah. But on like a pretty much whole level, I'm pretty solid.
Nice.
I feel good about where I'm at. I feel pretty good about where I'm rooted. I'm a genuinely grounded person.
Mhm.
So grounded to the point that, there are times where I'm driving and you have to really, really hold on to the steering wheel and just be like, oh, okay, we're driving now. And actually I will never forget when the woman that worked with me, she said that, you'll feel that you have to really ground yourself now because you'll be like, okay, really hang on to things now.
Your hands are on the wheel. You control it.
Yeah, because you're gonna feel like real light, and people even look at you different, like when you're real light like that, because you have this like light
Energy.
around
Yeah.
this like real light energy, and you can feel it. It's different.
So I don't know if I heard Mark correctly in the beginning of the interview, but he said
Thanks for listening.
2. Did you say 2 liver? Did you have 2 liver
No, one.
procedures? Just one, right?
Yeah.
So it was just one, and that was one and done, and that's the same. Okay.
Mhm.
Because then I was gonna follow up and be like, what was the second one? But there is
Well,
no second
they
one.
just do that. Once you get your first one, all the other ones are you just get them whenever you need them now. That's a new OSHA thing.
I don't know what you're doing here.
No, I don't.
You get
Okay.
like a voucher book for it?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like a hug book.
So you've always been healthy. So after that, did you start eating better? Did you start?
No, I've always ate
So you've
good.
always
Yeah,
paid attention to
Yes.
to what the things you were putting in your body.
that's correct.
How did you get to here? How did you get to it? You know what the world needs right now, which I agree with you, is juice.
Juice
They
bar.
do.
Is it called local juice?
Yeah,
That
it's
it
called
is.
local juice coke.
Okay, local juice.
Yeah.
That it is.
How did that start? Was it was it COVID?
No.
You're like, oh, this is a great time to
This
start
is
a
a
business.
great time to start, especially a restaurant.
Yeah.
Or something such as that where people
Oh, what are
go
they
in
keeping
and
closed
sit.
down? I'm going to open one of those.
Yeah,
yeah.
for sure. 100%. Yeah,
Yeah.
that sounds like a great idea.
Can't wait till they tell me to close this.
Mhm,
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. I needed to up my kidney functions and potassium and things like that. Probably it was going to be like 2 years ago at this point. So I started juicing, but I love to cook and all of that. I love to combine flavors. So everyone would tell me these are really, really good. You should really look into doing something with this and, move forward with this. And
So you were just making them on the side.
I was, but they're really expensive. So people would
Yes,
ask me,
they
can
are.
I buy these?
They are expensive.
They
I don't know how
are.
much yours are, but I know
No,
in general
but,
they can
to
be.
make them, I'm saying, it
Oh.
takes 1.5 pounds to 2 pounds of fruits and vegetables per 8 ounces or 10 ounces of
Oh wow!
juice.
I didn't
Yeah.
know that. Oh, because you're sucking the
Yeah.
juice out of it. You're
No,
not.
you're not.
using
You're not
the
sucking
pulp.
anything
Yeah.
out, Shiloh.
No, I mean, if
Jesus.
she really wants to, she can suck. I would love to see that. Maybe that would be
Oh.
like a follow-up podcast.
I'm
I have
supposed to
been
be the
known
one.
to be-
Suck the fruits and vegetables out of
I'm
them.
supposed to be inappropriate.
Yeah.
Okay,
So it's
2
1.5
pounds.
to 2 pounds of fruits and vegetables, depending upon the yield of fruits or vegetables, because some fruits or vegetables have a higher yield. So, you're going to get more out of one and less out of one. A pineapple, you're going to get more.
because of the
So-
water content.
so
Is this
because
water
of the
content?
water, yes.
You're talking water content.
Yeah.
So what? For those who don't know, so I'll just take for instance, and I'm not trying to jeopardy you here, right? So spicy celery is right in front of me right now. So
Mhm.
celery, jalapeno, cucumber, parsley, pineapple, right? All of those have different effects on your body and have different benefits in your body. So
Correct.
did you already know the benefits that all these things had, or did you have to learn that, or you know what I mean? Where it's like these will go together. It's safe for us to call this immune boost.
Well,
What do
I
you-
don't want to drink. because I drank one. I don't want to be the
Why?
hogger of juices.
Why?
No, just in
Well,
case.
she hogs everything else. I don't know why she wouldn't.
So I did
Psycho.
know a lot. I am still continually doing research. Cucumber or celery juice, as we're speaking of spicy celery, so good, right?
I think
It's
this
really good,
one.
isn't it?
This one is. Well, I've only tried 2, but I think I like this one.
Yeah.
better.
Let me try that one.
Yeah.
Oh, for Christ's sake.
Celery juice
why I poured it in a
has
different
benefits out the wazoo. It's
Which most people think that's something that just comes with their hot wings.
yeah, exactly.
No, you just think it's something that comes with your hot wings.
Trust me, people
That's
think
good.
it's just something that comes with
Yeah.
their hot wing.
So celery juice is for gut, skin. It's for hair, our bones. It can help ocular health. It can help digestion. Did I say that yet?
Nope.
It can help migraines relief. I can help
This is
our
just celery.
fungus. Yeah,
This is just celery.
just celery alone, and that's just one of the ingredients.
What are your go-to spices that you think are like kind of that Ayurvedic spices? Like, what do you think are the go-to
What
spices?
did you say?
Ayurvedic?
Ayurvedic.
What?
Ayurvedic.
I pronounce it Ayurvedic. I don't know.
Okay.
That's I mean, no, but we're on the same page.
Yeah,
What are your go-to spices that people really should be eating?
mint are really good.
Mint. Can I just fucking tell you my mint
Holy
journey?
cow.
Yeah,
I
mind
can tell you my
melding.
mint journey.
All right.
All right.
I can't wait to hear
Here's
this.
my mint journey. What are you doing, Dan? Oh, you put a closer.
It's on
effect?
you. You're good.
Oh,
I'm kicking
stop.
back. Hey,
Take the
take
stage.
the wheel.
Me and my lab coat. No, I have such issues with my stomach, like digestively. Like everything I eat gives me problems, and I'm a vegetarian my whole life, never had meat. But like it was like if I ate too much cheese, this bothered me. If I ate too much lentils, everything fucking bothers my stomach, and I just got so sick of it after years and years and years. And so reading, my mom was giving me, telling me to take mint when I had like my period, right? Because it relaxes.
I'm out of this conversation.
Because it relaxes. No.
right.
Real quick. Because it relaxes the smooth muscle. Fine.
Yeah.
Okay. Then I get a garden in my backyard. I'm all excited about my garden that I like literally don't do anything with except I plant like mint. And then mint grows like fucking weed. I
Yeah.
didn't realize
Oh,
that.
it sure does.
Here's my mint. Takes over the garden.
Sure does. You're gonna have mint for the rest of your life.
I'm excited about it. I wasn't at first, but here's why I'm excited about it. You want to know why? Because now in the morning, I'll do a handful of mint, throw it in some berries, some water, bam, drink that. And it's like my stomach has changed completely.
Are you warming that water, Shy?
No.
Why?
Should I?
Yes.
Oh, I didn't know.
Yes.
Okay. I learned something new. Yeah.
That's my favorite part.
But the mint It was like
What
a
kind of
godsend.
berries are you eating? Blueberries?
No, it's a mixture of strawberries, blueberries, I think raspberries, just a frozen Dole thing in the.
That's the.
Because it
Don't
was
eat-
just easy.
So are you? So can I ask?
Oh, you go. You go.
Are you Ayurvedic and you're eating frozen?
I'm not Ayurvedic. I wish I was. I do. I have looked into it in the past, and I've tried to cook. I really should be cooking that way because I know it's going to be better for my stomach. But it's so. I just need to put in a lot more time to really learn about it.
But you don't need to put in that much more time. Just
No.
don't eat the ice. It's bad for your internal flame.
So you're saying do the berries, but I got to do them fresh instead of doing.
You don't
them.
have to do them
no,
fresh.
don't freeze shit.
Just don't.
They come from. It was just easy.
No, but that's fine.
Mhm.
But throw them in the microwave or
Okay.
just warm them up.
And warm it
just
up.
warm everything up. Our bodies just love
Well,
the
because
warm.
we're not meant to. I mean, if you really think about it, when you go back, like generations ago, we didn't have George Foreman grills. We didn't have freezers.
We didn't have a freezer.
We couldn't we couldn't have frozen banana stands.
No.
Everything had to be eaten at a certain temperature, and that's the way it was. That's how our bodies evolved and adapted. And then all of a sudden, over like the last 200 years, like we started changing how we're doing it, and we're wondering why everybody's sick.
Yep.
Yeah, but you're spot on with the mint. I think it totally changed.
Listen, there's a reason why. I'm not even going to say it, but listen, I do know some things. I don't know everything, but I know some things.
Give me the next one.
And
After yeah.
I have.
Go through every fruit you have.
I wasn't even going to say another thing. I was just going to say I had to really do some research. I had to go vegan. The only thing that really saved my life in order me to held on long enough to get the Luke's liver and be here sitting with you beautiful people today and speaking may have been, learning a bit about nutrition and having a bit of knowledge about, things to talk about of today.
So what you know of nutrition,
Yes.
right? That you've now learned for yourself,
Yes.
which some can argue kept you strong and healthy up until that transplant, as you could be.
100%.
Okay. How do you think nutrition is today versus what you learned nutrition was? Like, do you think that people are eating what they should eat and they're healthy, or do you think that some of the foods that they're eating are probably making them sick?
I think it's still a 50-50.
Yeah.
I don't think much has evolved from then to now in just those, years.
No, I mean for
I
you
think-
personally, like
for me personally,
like how you grew up. You're like, oh, this is your 5 basic food groups or your 4 basic food groups, and then here's what I learned about what to eat, when to eat it. Here's the shit that we are all eating that we shouldn't eat. Like
yeah, I think kids are growing
copious
up on.
amounts of meat.
Yeah, I think kids are growing up on junk. Personally,
Is that delicious?
well,
Is that delicious?
thank
All right,
you.
we all got a little stoned. Are you hammered?
I'm fucking mad at turmeric. I probably just that is my favorite.
Which one's this? The
That's
parrot one?
The carrot.
Carrot, orange, lemon, ginger. Can I try it?
Yes. No, I didn't put my mouth on it.
Look at him funneling it down.
Oh, that's a home run, Jen.
That
Thank you.
is very. So what is the best fruit or juice that you sell there?
I mean, everybody asks that question. Like, what's the favorite juice?
I just want to settle this nutrition thing.
Oh, sorry, yeah.
I mean, the 5 basic food groups, but I don't think that everybody should just eat 3 square meals a day. Like, are we talking? Yeah. Do I think that nutrition is the standard platform and schools are doing the right thing for kids these days?
I
And
saw a
da-da-da-da-da,
kid's lunch meal the other
they're-
day. It looked
they're
like something in
awful.
a prison.
Yeah, I think they're awful. My daughter would pick
Shouldn't that be our focus? Shouldn't we be focused on making sure that the kids, get an apple and some grapes?
100%. My daughter eats an apple a day every single day. She would pick grapes, pineapple, apple over a bag of chips any day.
Jen, ask Mark if he eats fruits and vegetables. Go ahead, ask him.
Oh, I know he, likes to.
How many times am I frequenting your
You're
establishment?
there every day.
Because
It's
you feel guilty about the other
strange.
crap that you
No.
eat.
It's strange if you're not there.
See,
It's
I'm
strange.
there all
yeah.
the time, making sure that I'm eating healthy. Shyla thinks that I'm a hypocrite.
I just
Like I'm a
think-
big, loud hypocrite.
I just can't picture knowing Mark for the amount of years I've known him. I'm walking into his house
Now,
with tofu on the side and just like
I'm not
a
eating
big
tofu.
bucket of,
I'm just not eating. Like I'm trying my like we try really hard not to get like now like processed foods. I mean, like we're all guilty of it. You
I
know,
could
like,
see your
Sure.
wife being. I could
Yeah.
see your
Listen.
wife being definitely more conscious of it.
I'm more conscious of it than she is.
Are you?
Yes.
I'm glad to know Shyla thinks that we can't change.
but however, I am
Nothing
guilty
about
of
you,
it
Dan.
too.
Men, we don't know what we did.
I am guilty of it too. We're all guilty of it, and we can't crucify ourselves for wanting
It's convenience.
and having wants and needs, and then applying to those and giving into them. It's okay, and then you cannot 100% crucify yourself for giving into yourself when you have those wants or needs,
right.
because then when you don't and you do have all of those, you're just going to go off the rails.
I find it habitual. I find it if that you, because it has to be a mindset. Like it's almost like you have to remind yourself not to eat like a scumbag, right? I think like the moment you cheat, the cycle begins again, where it's
It's like
like
an
so
addiction?
hard to get. I think it is too. I think it is.
I see. I
I think
don't know.
foods of convenience are dangerous.
Yes, you could like indulge once. What Jen is basically trying to tell you is it's okay to indulge once in a while.
I'm saying that too. But
But-
what I was saying was like once you indulge, it's a
Mhm.
little harder to get back because you're like, man, that was really easy to go get that Big Mac.
Well, I'm sure it was.
I could do that
Big
again
Macs
tomorrow.
are also really, really good. I mean,
They're
I've had
delicious.
them. Yeah. They're
Okay.
delicious.
I've never had a Big Mac.
Oh, because you don't eat meat because of
No.
puta.
No, I don't want to kill an
Buddhist.
animal for my tongue. And if I could school you, I mean, this is a whole different thought.
How many? Can I ask you a real quick question?
What's that?
So, what was it like to open up the business?
That
You never opened up a
was-
business before.
No, that was so fun. It was
Oh, okay.
fun and hard.
It's scary,
And-
right?
Yeah, it was I don't know if it was scary. And here's why. And my friend Kelly Evans, who owns Yoga West downtown on Linden, go check her out. She's awesome. And the entire community is. I'm going to plug them real quick.
Go for it.
Yeah, they're awesome.
Do you think we'll come on here and talk about like yoga?
Yoga? Oh, Kelly totally would.
Yeah.
Yeah, 100%.
Oh, let's try.
Yeah, we'll get her on
I
here.
feel like that's more of a visual thing. You know, we need a camera right on her.
I don't want to see them perform yoga. I want to talk about the art and the
Oh,
discipline.
yeah, I'll
of
get
it.
her in. I'll get her in. She's my best friend.
Okay.
She's my soul sister.
Perfect.
Yeah. So she said to me,
Great train song.
yeah. Oh, it is a great train
Hey, have you
song.
guys heard about this band
Yeah.
Train?
Yeah.
America's greatest rock band.
Yeah.
I know
So-
two people who like train, Mark.
so-
and
Yeah.
Mark,
and the lead
the
singer.
guy.
Yeah.
Mark
Not even
and
the bass
Mark's
player.
best friend,
Yeah.
his invisible friend, Mark.
Yeah.
So
Patrick Monahan.
I kept saying, this something I don't feel as if it's mine. Like I don't feel like this is like real. Like this isn't real. Like this isn't happening. And she goes, probably because like you were always meant to be here. Like,
Yeah.
This was always meant to be yours. Like this is your place. You look perfect behind this counter. This is what you're supposed to be doing. You're supposed to be helping all these people. Like you're being called already the nutritionist guru, and you've only been here like 2 weeks, 3 weeks. Like this is you. This is what you're supposed to be doing. That's why it doesn't feel like this doesn't feel weird, is because this is it. Like
you
not
found
just-
your
exactly.
when you find your
found it.
space, you feel it's like a wave. Like you don't feel any of the back.
Exactly.
Yeah.
That's why it didn't feel like I wasn't scared, is because now I will say this, it was a nightmare getting the licensing and all of that,
Yeah.
especially opening up a restaurant in Scranton. They don't make that fucking easy.
Really?
You know, they want this town
Oh,
to
my
flourish and
gosh.
do, you know what I mean? But they make it such a pain in the balls. I don't get it.
Yeah. Well, I'll say, oh my gosh.
How many
but,
hoops did you have to jump through?
Oh, I jumped
Like,
through
walk me through the
several.
process.
I jumped through several,
Quick.
except Mary Foley is a dream. She's a rock
Know
star.
who's she?
She is the whatchamacallit. Oh man, my
She at the
my
city?
aphasia is like completely eluding me.
What'd she do?
Health inspector.
Oh, okay.
Health
okay,
inspector.
okay.
Yeah. She made me like, if I wouldn't have been able to open up my doors on time if it wasn't for Mary Foley. Yeah, she's a dream.
And do you just sell juices or you sell food
No,
too?
we have
Oh,
food. We have
there's
a
food?
food
Tell me about
menu.
your food.
So we have
Luke
a
Tinkle
line
Paw.
of we have a line of menu options. We have avocado toasts.
Uh-huh.
We have a bruschetta avocado toast. We have a C. So they're solely gluten free at our place because I'm gluten free and I have severe IBS and my gut's a mess. So I'm like, we're going gluten-free and nothing else. No other
So
food.
yesterday I had
She did it
some
again.
sort of salmon sandwich.
What happened? Who said she did it again? What happened?
I said it.
What'd you say?
Go ahead.
Okay.
Jen.
I had
I'm
some
sorry.
salmon sandwich yesterday. What's on that one?
That's the C. That's
Okay.
smoked salmon on top of
was so
avocado
good.
toast
Yeah.
with strips of nori, slices of
Yeah.
cucumber, drizzled with tamari.
And there was some
And-
tomatoes in there too. That might have been left over from the salad.
Oh, that might have been, yeah.
I
Then we
threw
have
those on
put our-
there.
Oh, all right.
It was so good. I'm glad you weren't there to see me eat it like the monster I was.
Nice.
That's
I just
the best compliment
shoved
ever.
it in my mouth. It
Like
was
one
so-
bite, or did you take several bites?
I think like 3 bites.
3 bites?
Yeah.
Yeah, he ate it like he was
so
trying.
glad
Nice.
you weren't there to see me.
Yeah.
eat
Nice,
it.
but we have tofu actually that we can make the C. We can switch out the tofu, or we can take the tofu and really crisp it up anyway.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
so they have like,
But
you have
then
like
we have the-
bacons and
We have we have a twisted BLT that we do. That's vegetarian. We have a ton of vegetarian stuff. We have the bruschetta, that's vegetarian. We have the chickpea patty, which is a chickpea smash with red onions, tahini, celery, capers, fresh parsley, and then all of that is smashed
like
together.
a
into-
falafel, but you have your own spin
Yeah.
on it.
yeah, that's smashed all together into a patty. And
Yeah,
it's
that looked real good too. It
grilled.
looked like real big, thick chickpea
Yeah, so
patty.
and you
Oh.
had that, Mark.
I had a little bit of it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Every
A
time
little
I try
bit?
to do like a chickpea
I had
burger,
to go to dinner.
I can't get that consistency right.
Yeah, well, it's it's all about the portions, and I can't tell you what those are, but
She's like the
You know-
Colonel from KFC.
No, but with chickpea, like even when I've tried to make falafels, and I feel like any idiot can make a falafel, it doesn't, but I feel like I don't have the right machinery, or I'm putting too much olive oil, or if it's too much water, or if it's too much of the, what's the
tahini.
tahini. But yeah, so I'm dying to try it.
Yeah, it's
Well,
it's one of our
You
biggest
should come
sellers.
over next week. We'll go during the
Invite me.
day.
I have to go. Yeah,
All
during
right.
the days. I don't know if during the day is gonna work.
That's when they're open.
Oh,
Yeah,
weekends.
During the day.
Saturday.
Yeah.
Okay.
Are you expanding the menu?
Well, I mean, expanding how?
Like more
'Cause-
items or different items, or
Well,
I'm not talking about me.
Yeah,
I'm
no,
just talking about because I know that you're getting menus done. I didn't know if
We
you're going
are.
to add to it or.
they are getting printed, and there's a couple new items. We have the egg drop. We have the egg sandwich.
What's that?
Well, it's you can get eggs your way, so you can get eggs any way
Okay.
on top of a toast or in a sandwich.
I'm coming up for breakfast now.
So now there's breakfast, lunch, brunch,
Really?
lunch, or
Blinner?
dinner. Yeah.
What do you do with the pulp of the fruit or vegetable that you don't use from the
It's a
juice?
great question.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Shyla
So-
from Dirty Jobs.
Yeah. Well,
the whole
composting.
buffalo? We're using the whole buffalo.
Composting is our intention. However, during the winter months, most farms are on their, dead season. So we are going to be giving all of our compost to local farms.
So you're composting the leftover fruits and vegetables.
Yeah, it's all compostable.
Can't you
And
cook
even
with it
our-
and make something from it?
Well, it's completely pressed.
Destroyed.
I mean, it's like a
They press
pressed
every inch of it.
cake. There's over 30,000 pounds of pressure that's used to press it down. So I mean, it's like this cardboard. It's so dead. I mean, it's
You
just
can't cook with. There's nothing.
no. There's
No.
nothing left to
You
it.
can't even do like a lemon
compost.
zest.
Yeah,
No, like yes.
No,
Can't
there's-
even do that.
there's nothing left
Oh,
to it.
interesting. I bet you didn't even think there was pulp. Your brain didn't even go there.
Dude, I'm here. Oh. She acts like I'm
She
not up
thinks
there.
you are so dumb.
I know.
Yeah,
God, why would you give me this penis?
No, I'm totally joking. No, I don't know. I'm
Yeah.
just thinking about because I'm thinking, could I juice at home?
Mm,
And I'm like,
you can. It's terrible.
but exactly.
Leave
Yeah.
it to the pros.
Yeah.
I know. Which is why, honest to God, so many people have said, "Oh my gosh, I would have this juicer at home, and it's such a pain in the ass." And I've thought, like, well, I know that's why I opened local juice, because I have a juicer at home as well. I have a couple of them, and I know how much of a pain in the ass it is. And I had this idea, oh, I should open up a juice bar, because juicing is a pain in the ass, and you have to buy so much fruit and so much produce, and people don't want to do this. So I have an idea. Ooh, I should open a juice bar. I think Scranton can handle a juice bar.
I was gonna say, I can't believe we actually don't have a juice bar before you came. Right?
I know. No, we do.
We don't, do we?
No, we don't.
I mean, I feel like I'm not around
We
downtown
do.
enough.
It's called Local Juice Bar on Ash,
There
1427.
you
Phone number
go.
570-703-0616.
All right. So how has business been?
It's been good.
Has anything surprised you yet?
Oh, what's a surprise?
Like more people than you expected,
Honestly,
less
yeah,
people than you expected?
The support has been outrageous. Like the community support, the outpouring of support, I did not expect I guess just
Good vibes, man.
yeah, just I didn't expect it to. I don't know what I expected. I just didn't expect the return of love that I'm feeling. Maybe that. I guess that, like, the people that are just walking in and saying, like, wow, I just can't believe this is here. I can't believe you're here. Like, that's warming my heart, like, just to the core, because I really feel like they love that I'm there, and I love that they're there. I mean, truly and honestly, I really do. I love that I love it when every single person walks in and they're there for the first time and they're really loving that they're there. And I want them to know, like, I love that they're there for the first time.
I'm trying
That
to bring
makes me
everybody
there.
I can.
I know.
Yeah.
I love that. And I love you for that,
Oh,
too.
you're the best.
Thanks.
All right. I have to go in a little bit, so I want to wrap this up. What is it about this that you absolutely surprised yourself with liking? Instead of being like, what's the shitty thing about, like, owning a business and having to deal with, like, foods and stuff?
Peeling beets.
You like that?
I love getting up in the morning
Love
and going
beets.
in and just peeling beets. Yeah.
I could see that.
Being there by myself in silence with no music, no one else
That's your
around.
zen.
Yeah, just going and just peeling beets.
So you accidentally found peeling beets as, like, one of your zen tricks now that you could do.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Yeah, it's real nice.
So how do people reach out to you?
We are on Instagram, localjuiceco.pa. We are on Facebook, same handle. And we have a website, www.localjuiceco.com. And there are blog posts as well on the website. Tells about the story, about cleansing.
Oh yeah, can you talk about that real quick? Are you
Yeah.
doing, like, this whole cleansing program?
Yeah, we
Can you
have
talk about that a
cleanses.
little bit?
Like
Yeah.
a 30-day cleanse?
Not 30 day. I
Oh,
think
Jesus,
that's just
not
like
everything's on the Home Shopping Network.
Yeah.
Oh my
I just
God.
went with what I
That
hear.
would just be a shitstorm. I mean, in literal sense. Yeah.
I need to get home.
Yeah.
Drive faster.
Yeah.
So tell me about the
it's-
cleanse. Like, what's the benefit of it? What's some of the things that you do
Yeah.
that you recommend?
Well,
cleanses?
there's just 1, 2, or 3 day cleanses,
Right.
and you can pre-order. You have to pre-order them because we have to, press them, and they're all they're super fresh.
They're individually made for the person who orders them.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. So you let us know in advance and we'll have them ready for you. They're a great way to give your digestive system a reset, a recharge, a great way to rebalance yourself. They give you a whole new level of energy, a great way to reevaluate your eating habits. If you get into the 3 day, then you really get into weight loss. The first day really gets you like that reset. The second day will really get your digestive tract working in charge again and get everything kind of realigned.
And it's a good way to figure out after you do like the 1 or 2 day cleanse or
Mhm.
3. I mean, it's a good way to then figure out what foods are good for your body and
Yes.
what aren't, because now
Yes,
you've
food
emptied your
allergies.
food allergies. Right.
Yes.
Thank you.
Yes,
Is there a lot
perfect.
of food allergies?
Are
do,
there?
do
I
a lot of
have?
people? No. Do a lot of people come in who say they have food allergies?
Yes, a lot of people do.
Like a
They-
surprising amount.
Yeah, actually, I actually like to lead if people don't say anything and that you could tell like they're hesitant, like, well, I have like some stomach things, and then I can kind of feel like they're standoffish. I'll kind of hop in there with like, oh, I have that too. I have severe IBS.
Yeah.
And then they kind of they start to open up. Then they say, oh yeah, my stomach is bad too, and that calms them down. Then they feel like they're open and okay, this is a safe space. All right.
Right.
Then this is okay. This is all right. This is good. I can
Yeah, because
can
people are embarrassed to
express.
talk. I feel like everybody has some sort of digestive issue.
They do.
And it's just a weird place to talk about it because when you talk about digestive issues, you're also talking about poop.
Yeah.
So it's like, you know.
Shiloh loves talking about
I
poop.
love
by the way.
talking
Everybody
about poop.
poops.
Well, I grew up with a mother who all she did was talk about poop all day. It just became
Can
like.
you tell her what your mom does so that she doesn't think she's a woman who just talks about poop all day?
She
No, it's
shovels
so good.
manure.
No, she
Yeah.
does not.
No, she's a
A gastroenterologist?
she's a pediatric gastroenterologist. But like one of the biggest problems kids come in is they can't poop for like a month.
Yeah.
They're constipated because all their diets are shit, literally.
Yeah.
So I know growing up, the one good thing she did was she used to make us every morning when we'd get up. Like we brush our teeth first thing in the morning. Like I know like Western systems does it after, where Eastern people like will do it first thing because your mouth has been filthy all your night, even if you brush it. I don't know. I'm getting into that.
No.
But
No, it's good. I
no,
tongue scrape first thing when I wake up in the morning.
But like you brush your teeth, and then to get your digestive system going, she'd give us warm milk with Ovaltine, and you would drink that. Poop's coming in 15 minutes.
Yeah, I would imagine
Bam,
it would.
Poop, jump in the shower, eat. You want to brush your teeth again? Great. But you know what I mean? It's like, and then you don't have to worry about poop in school. Like those are certain habits that, you know what I'm saying? Like it was fabulous.
Yeah.
So you get your body used to doing the poop in the morning, getting it ready, you know? And so,
I love when pretty women talk about poop.
I
Like I'm surrounded by pretty
No, but
women and Dan.
seriously. Or I know people will say the water with the lemon. I'm sure even people who don't drink Ovaltine are like you're fucking,
do you
5.
still drink Ovaltine every morning?
No, I drink coffee now, but it's the same concept. Gets my, get stuff
All
going.
right, now I know what Shiloh did this morning.
No, but I mean, like, but the thing is, yes, I am embarrassed to talk about poop if I like the guy, but I mean, it's these chairs.
Whoa, now we're in
Right.
relationships?
So she thinks you're dumb and she doesn't like us.
No, I'm joking.
That's okay.
No, but I mean, the reality is I don't understand people who go like 2 or 3 days without pooping.
Yeah. No.
Blows my mind.
Have you had people who came in and are like, thanks to you, I can now poop
No,
again?
because they
Yeah,
have no
actually,
fruits
I
and
do.
vegetables in their diet. Yeah.
There's
She has anecdotal proof.
there was a guy that came in today, and he flat out expressed himself and said,
I need help.
well, he was in yesterday, and then he came in today again and said,
Give you a high five.
Yeah.
No
Yeah.
words spoken, just a high five with a
Didn't give a
gloved
high-
hand.
no, didn't give the high five.
Nice.
But, yeah.
What did you give him? Like,
Uh,
what was the juice?
I don't remember what I gave him yesterday, but
No, I don't think you have prune. Do
I
you?
was just-
no, I didn't. I don't have prune.
I'll tell you what. They when I had COVID, she added beet. There's a beet juice. What's the name of that beet one that you do?
To wake me up.
Is that the red one?
Mm-hmm.
So I got that,
That sounds good.
and that was on like day 4 of COVID, and then I drank it, and a few hours later I did get off the toilet, and
That's not true.
I'll tell you what, man, my heart dropped because I was like, oh, I have COVID, and now I'm hemorrhaging.
Oh yeah.
Oh,
the
because the beets.
Yeah,
oh
yeah.
I was like, I literally like my heart went, oh no, because I'm like, what?
It does give you a
yes.
scare at first if you don't remember like
Yeah.
what you ate.
It's like when you eat asparagus,
Yes.
and then like a few hours later, you're like, what's this? Oh, I'm peeing.
Yeah,
All right, that's what-
right.
yeah.
My mom makes beets a lot, like with cooking, with Indian, and every time, and your pea's kind of pink too.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
It's crazy.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, this has got,
All
this has
right.
got nuts.
And on that note, but
Jen,
these are fabulous juices. Thank you.
have you
Thank
had
you.
one that you've disliked so far?
Oh, I think I love the carrot's my favorite.
This one's off the charts.
I did love the turmeric shot. Turmeric's just a great
The
ingredient.
ginger shot. Yeah.
And
I love it.
Sorry, ginger shot.
That's
well, it's
okay.
turmeric and ginger.
And also, you have smoothies.
Oh.
I had a smoothie yesterday, also
Would
with
you
that
have the-
sandwich. We had the same one.
Don't.
Was that the
The
berry?
berry,
Yeah.
yeah, the one
That
that
was
you love to
awesome.
make.
Yep.
So go in. It's so good. Go in, get that
Dan,
smoothie.
shut-
Wait,
Oh, I'm
so-
sorry. I
Yeah,
thought
it's
business
okay.
was a good thing.
No, that's good.
and me
Um,
telling you your shakes are good. What's good?
I love everything that you do. I love you and Luke. I think that more people need to think about their health than whatever McDonald's is providing them. Even though we're all guilty, I want you to have absolute prosperity, however you define that. And I wonder if Shiloh's ever going to come back again. I have no idea. I have a feeling you're mad at me.
I'm not mad at you.
All right,
I
great.
thought we were doing this like,
Good cup,
Good
bad
cup, bad
cup.
cup.
back
Yeah.
up thing.
Yeah.
Well, I
Way to
love
pull
you.
the curtain back, Mark.
You know what the scary thing is I didn't know.
You would suck in the WWF in the 80s.
E.
No, actually, my girlfriend told me the other day that I have to stop chastising men. Like, I think I'm being funny and it's my way of connecting, but I think I'm just hurting.
All right, we'll talk about that next time.
Feelings. Nothing more than feelings.
Do you have a juice for raging bitch?
No. Oh.
I love you.
No,
dude.
I love you
you.
guys. I love you.
everybody
Thank
here.
you.
Thank
and
you.
your
Please
story
continue what you
was
do.
so phenomenally
Thank you.
inspiring. I feel like telling it to people who bitch about dumb shit.
Well, tell them and then share the podcast.
Their dumb shit might be big to them, though.
could
No,
be.
you're right. You're right. Everybody's
Yeah.
at a different space, but thank you for sharing that. And so
Thanks.
Thanks, Jen.
Thanks, Mark.
What a week.